Alright, so what's going on, guys? No Bounds here. I'm actually here for an NHL tip video, and what I'm basically going to be doing here is breaking down an NHL team, and that is the Chicago Blackhawks. I would be breaking down the San Jose Sharks, but the problem is with the roster updates and all that stuff, they've been kind of bad lately due to the injuries. So Chicago has always been my backup team for the past few years, so I'm going to break them down. That's a team that a lot of people have decided to use in Versus. So alright, here we go. So basically the first thing I'm looking at these kind of team is basically the speed. And as you're about to see, once I get over there, this thing. And we're going to see, well, Patrick Kane's our fastest player. Marian Hossa is ridiculous. And Duncan Keith. I mean, these guys, look at them. They have a bunch of guys in the above 85, a bunch of good players. This guy doesn't play, but that's the first thing to look at is the speed. And they clearly have a bunch of guys who can score. They have Kane, they have Hossa, they have Sharp, they have Taze. I mean, they have Versteeg, who's a good player. They have, who else? Saad's not a bad player. So they have guys who they can work with. So basically, that's the one thing I look at. And then there's another thing in the speed. And there's another thing that basically I decided to look at, and that is, where is it? Face-offs. There we go. I passed it. All right. So basically, you have Jonathan Taze, the best face-off man in the game, pretty much with a 95. So basically, unless you're facing another 95, or if your face-off skill is just meh, then you're gonna be winning a lot of face-offs with him. And then you have a good second line or third line. I'll explain that later. With Hanzus, who's a 75. Sorry, so basically you have, or 85 I should say, I'm sorry. So you have 85 in Hanzus, and you have Sharp. Really wanted to use him as a 75. You could, but I typically use him at wing. I'll explain that in a second. So then also you have Saad, who's one of your centers, or at least they assign him to center. He's only a 60, which is why I'm kind of iffy about him at center, but I'll go into that in a second. So basically, like I said, you have the speed and you have the face-offs. So with that, let's go to the lineup and actually figure these lines. And here we go. Play right now. Okay. So here we go. Starting laps. Okay. So basically, I like my first line with Sharp on the wing with Hossa. You could say, well, why don't you put Patrick Kane in for Sharp? Well, I like having that one opposite hand guy, like that one right-hander, because sometimes there's good curve shots, or there's just certain angles where you kind of want a right-hander, and sometimes it's good to have. So it's one of those, like, you could have it, not have it. It's not a big deal, but that's just a preference for me with this team to use Patrick Sharp in the first line. So I have Hossa, Taze, and Sharp on the first line. Not too shabby. Very good first line. It's a line that can give you a goal if you need in the final minute, which is exactly what you want in your first line. Alright, so line 2. This is where I get the preference or deal. I switch Kane and Hossa, or Kane and Versteeg, I'm sorry, because of I like having the curve shot for the right hand for the glove side. So that's another thing I like to do. And now with Hanzus, Hanzus is just more for the face-offs. I mean, he's not really a good player. He's big. He can maybe bump off people, but he's not that good. He's just to win you the face-offs when you get him in the defensive zone, the offensive zone, etc. So you can either put Hanzus here on your second line, or you could put Saad. Either one works. Personally, I've used Saad in the past, but now I'm trying out Hanzus on the second line just to see how it goes for me. Right now, it's been not too bad, but yeah, that's not too shabby. So Kane, Hanzus, Versteeg, you always need a good second line, and this is a second line that I think that can work. Alright, so here we go to the third line. Right now, you see Saad, Bickle, and Shaw. Well, Shaw, he's a decent player, but I put on Brodeur just because of his speed. I just like having, Bickle's a great player. Actually, he's a really good player for a third line. This third line's actually really solid. Like, the San Jose Sharks, even though I love using them, they do not have a third line like this. This third line for me, like, I love using it. I have fun using it. Like I said, you could put Hanzus here if you wanted to, but doesn't matter. So I have Saad here. So Saad, Kruger, Bickle, my third line. Now my fourth line, it doesn't really matter. I mean, they're never on that often anyway, so I just put Shaw. I just replace them. So not a big deal. And alright, so defense, Keith, Seabrook, obviously first line. They're your two best defensemen. Keep them out there. And I switched Hjalmarsson for Leddy, because Leddy's just, for me, a better player, and he's quicker. So you gets back on those tough situations. And then I go to Hjalmarsson here. So now for the power play, this is where I stack the left-handers, because I like to mix it up on occasion on power play if I choose to do so, and this is one of the teams I choose to do so on. So right here you'll have Hossa, Taze, Kane, Seabrook, Keith. I mean, that's just the offensive loaded power. I mean, you can get that face off in the right side where you can just draw it back and take a quick slapper and get that easy goal. So I like doing that here with this power play line. And then I will put Hanzus on there because the face-offs is a big deal. And then I'll put, where's Hjalmarsson on D here. That's just, I like, he's not too bad and he has decent shots. I put him there instead of, somebody like a Duyo or whatever. And then, I put Sharp here. So basically, I'm putting the 2 right-handers on wing on power play 2 and the 2 left-handers on wing on power play 1. So that's not too bad. And then, so here, I'll put Patrick Sharp because he's a decent face-off, 75, like I saw earlier. And then I'll put Patrick Kane. It's either Kane or Hossa here. I mean, I like having a penalty kill, I should say, that actually can do work. Because I actually like setting up in the offensive zone with 4 people. I can do that kind of stuff and work it around and set up chances. I don't like just having a group that can just be big and dump it out and all that stuff. So Sharp and Kane out there with Seabird and Keith. That's not too bad. And then Taze, I would just put Hossa. And whatever he's up top. I'm being silly. And yeah, yep. So that's that. And then you can just put your 4th one here. You just put where's he at? Taze. And then he's there on that one already. But then I'll just put like Sharp. That'll work out too well. And then let's see, for shootout lineup, I like to kind of go back and forth a little bit. So I will put, where's he at? I'm going to put Sharp here. Oh, not Roosevelt. Sharp, and then here. And then basically, where's Kane at? Right there. And then I'll put Kane here. And then I'll leave Saad there. That's not too bad. So basically, I got Taze for the left-hand shot, go back to righty, then go back to the lefty, do a little mix-up, and I keep it there, and it's not a big deal. And then obviously the goaltender is a goaltender. So that's basically breaking down the Chicago Blackhawks. They're a pretty damn good team. A lot of people use them online, so I'm pretty sure a lot of people who play online versus or do money games or whatever will really enjoy this tip. And like I said, try out different things. Like you can try, like I said, you can try Saad here or whatever. Experiment. I mean, this is not the one way to play with the Chicago Blackhawks, but it's my way to play with the Chicago Blackhawks. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you like this lineup, if you don't like this lineup, and be sure to follow me on Twitter. I'll put that link in the description below. And like always, guys, it's been your boy No Bounds here, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.